A 7-year-old boy battling cancer gets a special birthday gift, and you're going to want to see it. It is the best thing we've seen today. Welcome to Facebook Live here on a Friday night. Welcome inside the comfy confines of the Channel 13 studios. Nice and warm in here. Hope it's warm where you are. Hope you've had a good week and you're excited as we are about the weekend. We got through the snow, did a little shoveling today, and now it's time to have a great weekend. So we hope that you've got great plans. Let us know what you've got planned this weekend, and let us know where you're watching the big show tonight. We'll go ahead and give you a shout out over the next 10 to 15 minutes. Coming up on the show, you'll see that story about that 7-year-old boy with cancer who was given a beautiful birthday present. Wait till you see this beautiful reaction by this little boy. Also coming up, Gina Glaros will go ahead and show us an IU connection to the Conjoined twins that have been separated in Philadelphia. Gina talks with an IU grad who is a Hoosier native who was all part of that really special surgery, and you're going to go ahead and hear a little bit about those little girls. But let's begin our evening talking about our weather and what's happening on the East Coast, because Angela, the snow that we were dealing with today is now going to be part of this nor'easter, right? Yeah, it was interesting. We talked a little bit about this last night, how we were concerned about a strengthening little disturbance in the atmosphere, and then the availability of moisture coming off Lake Michigan. Obviously, we ended up with more than we thought we would, an inch or two in a lot of locations from Indianapolis north, and that was just the beginning of this storm system strengthening. What we're dealing with now on the backside is just the cold air. Yeah, and you know, I mean, that is certainly cold. But we know that there are warmer temperatures in the forecast, right? Yes, we do have some 40s on the way. Nice. Once we make it through the weekend, but we're already down into the single digits. So not wind chills here, but actual air temperatures down to 7 in Muncie, in Shelbyville, in Bloomington. We have 9 in Columbus and Indianapolis. Temperatures overnight will be in the high single digits to around 10 degrees. So be prepared for that single digit start early tomorrow morning. So high single digits where we are now, anywhere from 0 to 5 early tomorrow morning. From there, we're close to 20 with some sunshine midday and eventual highs in the upper 20s. Scott mentioned the storm system that we dealt with today. It was interesting. It basically strengthened right over us in a matter of a couple of hours earlier today, which is the reason we got more than we expected out of it. Officially at the airport, just a ½ inch of snow. The snow is now south of the Ohio River. They're getting snow in the Carolinas. Even the coastal sections of the Carolinas may get a little bit of snow out of this one, but all eyes on the northeast. They are we talked a little bit about this, was either last night or the night before, about a bomb cyclone, and that actually is a word. And it is a true weather term when a storm system intensifies rapidly, really rapidly, in a short amount of time. That intensification is rather great, and that's what's happening here. And then this storm will move up along the northeastern sections of the country. Speaking of the northeast, they are already dealing with snow. We have snow across parts of Kentucky and Tennessee. Once we go toward the east coast, you can see the snow has started in places like Virginia Beach, near D.C., up into New York City, headed toward Boston. These counties that are highlighted in red, those are blizzard warnings. My goodness. For the coastal sections. So places near the Philadelphia area, near Boston, they could be digging out of a couple of feet of snow. A couple of feet. Add to that, Scott, wind gusts that may exceed 50 miles per hour. Wow. And beach erosion, coastal flooding, because what this nor'easter does is it has winds out of the northeast, so it pulls all of the moisture in from the Atlantic. So that's going to be a problem as far as the coastal sections, not only the snow, but beach erosion and some coastal flooding as well. There is a wind advisory for the state of Florida. Wow. What? So yes, the cold air is pushing as far south as the Sunshine State. Yep. They've got a few snow showers just north of Atlanta, but obviously the big story the next 24 hours will be what happens along the northeastern part of the country. All right, very good. Lots of Facebook friends chiming in tonight. Daniel saying earlier today I measured around 1 inch of snow on top of the IU Health University Hospital parking garage today. Teresa says she's going to celebrate her husband Gene's 70th birthday tomorrow with the grandkids. So Gene, happy early birthday to you, my friend, here on Facebook Live. Charlene, Angela mentions that it's going to be cold here in Florida tomorrow.
You're under a wind chill advisory for the northern half of that state. So.
Yeah, Glenn saying good evening. We've got Nicole saying we're going to be working around the farm this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Jim is chiming in from Phoenix. Very nice here today. Sorry about the cold air.
Yeah.
LOL.
I watched a little bit of the PGA. They're playing Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
And, oh, it looked lovely
Wow.
out there in Southern California. It was sunny. It was warm. They had short sleeves on.
Well, we'll get there shortly.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually, in a couple of months. All right, we're going to go ahead and be back with Angela coming up in a moment, but want to talk about some of the other stories of the day. And really on this Friday night, we really wanted to celebrate a couple of really cool stories. Instead of getting bogged down into some of the difficult stories, tonight on Facebook, we wanted to celebrate a story that Gina Galeros brought us today earlier on the news. These conjoined twins. You've probably seen this on your social media feed, perhaps on the national news. Well, there is a Hoosier connection to the surgeon team that was part of that process of separating these two little girls, and Gina Galeros brings us that story tonight.
A surprise ultrasound in the summer of 2020 showed Maggie and Dom Altabelli were expecting not only twins, but conjoined twins.
That's okay. We'll just separate them. And the doctor said, do your research, make sure you see what all's in store for you, because this is a very long journey.
Their journey led the Chicago couple to Dr. Holly Hedrick at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
It's a special case, a special circumstance, and a special family.
The lead surgeon, an IU graduate from Salem, Indiana, and hundreds of team members began working before the girls were even born.
A lot of the difficulty is really the days and months leading up to it.
Maggie and Dom welcomed Addie and Lily on November 18th, 2020.
It's many people working together. It's sort of amazing sometimes when you see like babies being born and there's 30 people there to receive one little baby to try to get them through something. And so in this case, you could just double everything. Or even quadruple.
Stabilizing, an MRI, and lots of care.
And, we iron out the plan so that day things can go really seamlessly.
The team has to wait until the sisters are strong enough. 11 months later, it's time to separate them.
You're just feeling nervous until it's done and everyone's safe. Done, 238. That's when those beds pull apart and there's two babies and they're separate in the room. It really, I think everybody feels it. It's a special moment.
The rest of the country thought so too.
It was a positive story of just people working together to make something wonderful happen.
Dr. Hedrick and the Altabellis recently shared their miraculous story on the Today Show. And even since then, Lily and Addie are becoming more and more independent.
We totally expect them to be running around in kindergarten and nobody really realized what has happened to them. That would be our goal.
And she'll see to it. Dr. Hedrick tells 13 News their bond is forever.
Absolutely. No question.
There's so much good in the world. And that's something with this experience that I know Maggie and I are really thankful for, is we got to see the best in the world.
What a beautiful family, Lily and Addie, and what a special thing to learn that that doctor is from Indiana.
Yeah.
And the hope, of course, what she said about we just hope that when they get to kindergarten they're able to run around and nobody else knows what happened.
Right, and when I see stories like that, I think I told you earlier, I'm just so thankful there are people in the world that are that smart.
Yeah.
And it's just
amazing.
It is amazing and gifted and all of that.
Yeah, we love that story. And here's another story that we really loved. This story about a 7-year-old boy who has gone through cancer. You can just imagine what that has been like for this 7-year-old boy. Well, it's his birthday, and he got a special gift. Go ahead and take a look at this piece of video here.
Are you kidding me?
All right, Jacob has turned 7. He's got a thing for the post office.
Oh.
And so here he is after receiving radiation treatments, chemo, surgery. He got a child-sized postal truck for his 7th birthday, and he's kind of created this friendship with this mail carrier named Van. Listen to this.
This is like so sweet of you. I just like don't know what to say right now. Thank you so much.
What he did will be something we remember for the rest of our life.
Yeah, Jacob got his own mail truck plus his own uniform and a tour of the local post office. What a wonderful gesture for that mail carrier named Van to present that for that little boy. I just love that story, and wow, I mean, what a thing for his family to see that happen, because obviously going through cancer at any age, but certainly as a child, can be a difficult thing, and what a wonderful thing for that mail carrier to make that boy's birthday special.
Yes, and you know it's good when he says, "You've got to be kidding me."
The reaction I just love so much. That was so wonderful. All right, so as we look toward the weekend, how are things shaping up for us here in Indiana? And if we've got friends or family along the East Coast, what's in store for them?
Ooh, the East Coast, we'll start with that, is going to be a mess over the next 24 hours. They're forecasting a nor'easter, a couple of feet of snow. Potentially, it's already snowing, even as far south as the coastal sections of South Carolina may get a little bit of snow. None of this headed our way. It's part of the same weather system that we call overachieved today. We picked
Is that what you call it?
That's what we call it, overachieving. Got more snow than we expected, obviously, out of it, with an inch or two in a lot of locations. That snow is gone for us as we head into the weekend, a mix of sun and clouds both days. The weather concern for us overnight, the single-digit temperatures, we're already there in several locations.
Yeah.
20s tomorrow, 30s on Sunday.
Yeah, all right. Well, our friends on Facebook, Diane saying that little boy can dream about mail, which is sweet. Daniel saying those are two wonderful stories to see tonight. So Daniel, thanks for your note. And Mary checking in from Florida. We have a lot of Floridians, or at least a lot of Hoosiers, who are down in Florida checking with us tonight. It's great to have you with us, Mary. I'm sorry it's going to get cold for you in Florida.
A little chilly.
It's going to be, that's right. Vicki saying so sweet. Renita saying how cool. And Anastasia saying, Scott, did you miss my name? No. Hi, Anastasia.
Oh, no,
Happy
never,
Friday
Anastasia.
to you. All right. Well, it's great to have you with us here on this Friday night. Thanks so much for making your Friday night part of your routine. Remember, we're with you every weeknight, 10 o'clock, and Angela and I are back with you tonight on 13 News at 11 over on 13. Good night.